Welcome to a Star Citizen AA special report. This is Nikki Batgirl D'Angelo. Well, as expected, Arena Commander version 0.9 has been delayed again, and probably for good reason. If you read through this letter, which we'll go through in the next Star Citizen AA, you'll see that there's a lot of things that are coming to us that we didn't expect. So a couple of weeks ago, I reviewed this baby, this amazingly beautiful, awesome, gorgeous, you know, I love my M50. It's just a wonderful ship, and there was a lot that I said about it that was probably overblown by my love for what they've done here. But in the process, I ranked a little bit on the ship you're about ready to see. This is the Origin Jumpworks 350R, and it's been tearing up the Murray Cup tracks for quite some time. It's an amazingly fast, sleek, and beautiful ship powered by two very powerful Hammer Propulsion HE 4.3 thrusters. Now, here they are, and they are the same exact thrusters that are on the M50. I thought the 350R was going to be ugly, but it's actually a gorgeous ship. It's got this beautiful look to it, kind of like a bird in flight, and with those two Omni-Sky cannons on the wings, it packs a powerful punch too. It is protected by a Gorgon Defender all-stop, and that is, of course, a size 3 like all the all-stops are. But this baby isn't meant for combat. It's meant for going really fast, and its speed is its best defense. Although it is known that an elite section of UEE pilots fly stealth versions of these on the fringes of Vanduul space, it's still unconfirmed as the UEE denies all such claims. This is such a beautiful ship, and I'm going to walk you around it today. From this point, you can see the stance is very much an Origin-like ship. Its gorgeous, sleek lines and almost mirror-like finish to the paint job make everyone that looks at it say, "Ooh, I want one." The ship is big. It's 24 meters in length, 18 meters in beam, which means it has a wingspan of about 36 feet, maybe just a little bit more, a height of 7 meters, and it weighs in at 20,085 kilograms. This is a heavy ship. It weighs quite a bit more than the M50 with exactly the same power plant. Now I'm reading from the ship spec page, and we know that there are some errors here. I would expect this to be about 4,000 to 6,000 kilograms lighter than what they're stating. We're looking at the scoops for the engines here. Now this is powered by one Starheat size 4 power plant, which gives a lot of power to shields and other systems, and also to the main thrusters. I still need to talk to somebody at CIG about how the main thrusters and power plant work together to make thrust. It's just a gorgeous gold look to it, and this signature box tail is just amazing to look at. Now you can fit this thing out with weapons, almost the same amount of weapons that you can a 325A. The difference is the 325A has extra armor because it's a fighter. More armor than the 350R, the 300I, and the 315P. The 350R has a smaller frame to fit the two engines, and also has been lightened so it has much less armor than the other ships. So the 315P and 300I share a common frame. The 325A has upgraded armor, and the 350R has downgraded armor to make it lighter for racing. This ship is just gorgeous. I've been waiting to get one in my hangar forever, and I practically had to sell a kidney to get one. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Just a beautiful ship. Now I'm showing you this today because we're just about a week or so away from version 0.9 of Star Citizen's Arena Commander to come out. Yeah, they promised it to us a week ago, and we've already had 2. We're not going to make it. I think we're probably going to have it out this week. Not this week, but within the next 7 days. I'm still amazed with how much detail they put into this work, this art that they do. When you look at landing gear in any other game, it seems to be just passed over and just thrown on. But here, every single etch mark, every wire, every little cut and nook and cranny is modeled. Here again are those two scoops that help to scoop hydrogen out of space when you're going really fast. I would expect there to be another pass on this ship so you could have the same type of computer pieces that allow you to alter the functions and alter the performance of different aspects of this ship. Everything on the outside of the ship is gorgeous, and then you step inside of it and it's just a typical everyday 300 series ship. There's just something about the interior that I think should have been different. I'm going to put up both of the gull wings, so when we look at it from externally, we could say it looks a little bit like the Mercedes gull wing from way back in the 50s or 60s. You still have the same leather trim, the same "what does this thing do" display back here. Also the same bed that does not come out, and the same cockpit. There's just something about this ship that I think should be different. It should have a cockpit that hugs around you and is more streamlined. But who am I to complain, because I love this ship. It's just gorgeous. I'm going into third person mode to just give you a little bit of a look around the ship. What I'm looking at up there is at the top end of the ship, the standard docking collar that the 300 series has is gone. Now I'm going to do a little bit of a size comparison so you know what it's like to sit in the ship and then look at it from the outside and back inside. I do expect another pass to be made on this ship to make the inside more usable, more believable, more immersive. Even so, it is one of the more beautiful ships, and I think this is one of the ships that Chris Smith designed, and it is gorgeous. Sorry about that little bit of a graphic glitch there. I got caught for a second. So let's get back into the ship and let's do a standard nose around. Alright, starting up systems. Thunderbirds are go! And here we go. Let's see if we could look at it from the outside. One thing about the Origin Jumpworks 300 series ships is they have the best visibility of any of the heavier ships. I'm not sure I want to call an Avenger a heavier ship yet because we haven't seen the final pass on that. It probably has a little bit better visibility than this does, but of the ships that you're able to fly in right now, just immense visibility. Look at the sleek lines of this. It screams out speed in every way. Now, we've been told there might be different classes of races. This might be a stockier racer that's built for endurance. Something like flying around the planetary system when we finally get into the PU. Where the 350R might be made for shorter, more turning tracks. Obviously, lighter and same engines, the M50 should be able to outperform this in acceleration and in turning. But with the same power plant, I don't think that weight matters with top speed, right? I think speed is limited by the friction that happens when you start accelerating the ship. I can't remember why they limit the speed on ships. I think they all have a top speed of 0.2 C. I just am so taken by the sleek looks of this ship and those beautiful engines. And this ship will be on sale again. And when version 0.9 goes on, I would expect them to give us the M50 and 350R racers to test out, kind of like they gave us the ships in the same class that we purchased to test out in Arena Commander. So say you had a Cutlass, you got a 300i to fly. If you had a Freelancer, you got a Hornet to fly. I think that they're going to do something similar in the New Horizons mode. We'll just have to wait and see, though. Just taking a look at this visibility again, it's just amazing. I still love the cockpit. I just don't think a racer would... Well, who am I saying? In real life, they use two hands on the wheel with the paddle shifter, right? So let's get out of this ship and let's go walk over to the 325A just for a quick second. My reasoning for this is to show you one of the missing pieces and to talk about the major differences. I love the new animations for this. I'm trying to get... There I go. Watch the animation for this. It's pretty cool. Walks up to the door. gets on, and slides down like he's in the Navy. That's so cool. I think it's wonderful. So we're going to walk or run over to the 325A over here, which is the fighter version of the 300 series. This is what a mercenary or a bounty hunter would use. But a bounty hunter with the weapons loadout that's on this ship probably wouldn't be bringing home too many bounties. The ship is set up to kill, not disable. So we're going to get inside and show you one of the major differences. At this particular point in time, things change. And this is one of the things that might make the 350R not a long endurance ship. What I'm trying to show you over here is the docking collar at the top of the ship. It's just the gamma settings are too small. It's just above my head right now. The docking collar would enable it to dock with like a Freelancer, or maybe an Idris, or a Constellation, Caterpillar, maybe one of these ships that also have docking collars. And that way you could refit, meet friends out in space. The 350R does not have that. But of course, you would expect the 350R to be a short range, very fast, nimble fighter. But let's put it this way. We know from lore, oh, there's the Avenger cannon. That's just amazing. The mass driver. We know from lore that the 350R is being used by the military. They're just not admitting it. It was being used in the role of something like a Aurora in the United States Air Force today, which they deny the existence of. Or, of course, something more along the lines of the SR015. Typically stealth, high altitude, and can't be seen. So these are running missions in deep space. Well, you're seeing a little bit more than I wanted you to. This is part of the Farewell Hangar version 0.1 that I'll be doing after this. Thank you for joining me on my view of the 350R. I think it's a wonderful ship. It'll be for sale. I think it will go for about $120 to $130. And I think it's worth every penny of it if you want to get into racing. That's all I got for you. Thank you all for watching, and thank you so much for helping me get to 1,000. Remember about patreon.com/Batgirl. If you want to help support the program, go out there and you can become a patron and donate as little as $1 a show, or limit it to $1 a month if that's what you want to do, to help me do the things that I do. Pay for my internet bandwidth, get new SD cards when I break them like last week, or replace hard drives like the one that just went and cost me $100. You guys are a big help, and I thank each and every one of you that are already become patrons, and those of you that decide to in the future. All right, folks, I will talk to you all soon, and thank you for joining me. Y'all be safe out there, and I'll talk to you soon.